Myra, do you have any free time this week? I was wondering if you'd be up for hanging out this weekend. I've discovered this really cool cafe, and I thought it would be great if we could go check it out together.
Wait, Leslie, what are you talking about? We have our high school reunion this weekend, don't you remember? Don't tell me you forgot this.
Hold on a second, you mean to tell me that you were actually considering going to that reunion?
What do you mean by that?
Come on, Myra. You have to acknowledge that people like us stand out from the rest of the crowd we went to school with. We've accomplished more in our lives than most of them. So I think it's better for us to skip the reunion and do something more enjoyable.
I'm sorry, but I'm still not quite sure what you're getting at. I mean, you don't really feel that way about everyone we went to school with, do you?
Well, it's true, isn't it? I mean, okay, maybe you and I haven't achieved everything we wanted in our lives. However, compared to them, we're on a different level. We're both engaged to people who have achieved success. I mean, isn't your fiancé the general manager of a company? Well, my fiancé has his own company. The point is that we excel compared to others, and we should carry ourselves accordingly.
Leslie, I'm not sure how to respond to all of this right now.
I don't understand why you're struggling to accept the reality when it's right in front of you. We just did better everyone else in school, as evidenced by our choice of life partners. Besides, I believe that the people you choose to hang out with speak volumes about your character. If you're still spending time with high school acquaintances who haven't achieved much instead of your more accomplished friends, well, it's just not good.
I'm sorry, Leslie, but I believe the only negativity here is your attitude. Personally, I maintain connections with many high school friends, and some of them are dear to me. So if you don't want to attend the reunion, that's your choice. I'm still going, and you'll have to find someone else to hang out with.
Are you serious about this? You can't be.
I am, and I don't think you're a good friend if that's truly how you think of people. Please don't associate me with your mindset. Oh, and one more thing. I actually called off my engagement with my fiancé last week.
Hold on a moment. Are you saying that you intended to marry a general manager, but the engagement was called off? Additionally, I heard your future husband was set to inherit the entire company. He's the CEO's son, right?
Well, a lot unfolded between us. That led us to realize that marriage wasn't feasible. But I'm free next month if you want to try and hang out just the two of us then. I can tell you what times I'm really available in a little bit.
So, do you think I would ever lower myself to hang out with you now?
What are you trying to imply?
Haven't you been reading any of my messages at all? It's all about who you know and who you're seeing with. Furthermore, I really shouldn't be wasting my time conversing with a loser like you if you're not a winner like me. Therefore, I won't be meeting up with you anytime soon.
Okay, it's your choice, and I respect that. Goodbye, Leslie.
Hey, Myra. I stepped outside and found a bunch of delicious food on my doorstep, including all my favorite snacks. Did you leave it for me?
Actually, you found out it way quicker than I expected. Yeah, I was a bit concerned about you, so I decided to get you some treats.
Wait, what? Why were you worried?
Well, you always mention how busy you are with work and barely find time to eat. I thought it would be nice to bring food to you.
But we broke up, right? We even called off the engagement, so I'm confused, considering how absurd the reason we had to end things was. It surprises me that you would want to interact with me at all.
Hey, it's not like I don't get why we wouldn't have worked out. You started a company with your friend and things didn't go well. You told me you couldn't marry me under those circumstances. It's kind of your own doing.
But I had no choice but to end it. I wanted to give you everything in the world. I even planned a grand wedding, but then our company collapsed due to my friend's mistake, and we lost all our contracts. And on top of that, my friend ran off with the remaining funds, pushing the company to the brink of bankruptcy.
Yes, Phelan, I know that. You've recounted the story countless times. What surprises me is that you haven't sought help from your parents. You mentioned wanting to handle things independently without them continually bailing you out, and that this was something you wanted to try on your own?
Well, I guess I'm just a bit prideful sometimes. I don't know what else to say. But regardless, I can't believe our 3 years together had to conclude like this. I entered your life, created chaos, and had to exit like the failure I am. I'm sorry for probably ruining your life, too.
Phelan, no offense, but a breakup isn't going to ruin my life. I'm just disappointed with how things turned out, but your presence or absence doesn't have the power to destroy my life. I mean, I'm not concerned that we're no longer engaged. However, it doesn't mean I don't care about you. You're still important to me, and I'd like to try and remain friends. I admire how you're still working toward your objectives in spite of your friend's betrayal. That's the reason I would like to bring you some food. And given your nature, it's likely that you would work through the night without breaking for food before realizing it was dawn. So please have something to eat before heading to bed. Otherwise, you won't be of any use to anyone.
Thank you, Myra. I don't know how to express my gratitude properly. I still feel like I don't deserve this kindness from you.
Well, I believe you do, and that should be sufficient. Anyway, have you managed to reach your friend yet? Any thoughts on what he might do with the money he took?
I haven't heard from him, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's purposely avoiding calls or changed his number by now. I even suspect he might have relocated. Unfortunately, I can't initiate an AB or something, especially with a common name like Keith Smith.
Hold on, Keith Smith.
Yeah, I said, Keith Smith.
You know, now that you say, I have a friend who's engaged to a Keith Smith.
Really? I wonder if it's the same person.
It would be quite a coincidence, but you never know.
How about I send you a photo of him? If it turns out to be the same guy, just let me know.
Sure, that sounds like a plan. Good luck with the rest of your work and don't forget to eat something or else.
Got it.
Leslie, what's wrong with you? Why did you do this to me? Why did you pour all that water on me?
I apologize. I was attempting to figure out a way to make you leave, and that's all I could come up with. Well, this is the consequence of not leaving when I initially asked you to. I had to do something to make you leave, you know?
No, I don't know. And why should I go home, huh? I thought you invited me to your wedding because we were friends. Why bother sending an invitation if you're just going to ask me to leave?
You're almost right there. I almost saw you as a friend, but then you revealed yourself as nothing more than a loser. When I heard about your broken engagement, I instantly regretted inviting you here. When I saw you arrive this morning, I knew I had to take action.
Then you could just inform me before I arrived that you didn't want me to come. There was no need to drench me with water like some childish prank.
I've had enough of you. We're not friends, got it? I have no interest in making friends with someone like you who lacks wealth and status. You were on the verge of marrying into significant wealth, but you managed to ruin it all.
Do you genuinely believe I'm poor? Is that the reason that you poured the water on me?
Well, yes, you are indeed poor. Nevertheless, there aren't many women who I don't consider too poor for me at this point. It's their fault for not marrying a rich man like I did.
Leslie, you want to be cautious about making assumptions about people. Your obsession with winners and losers, rich and poor, is excessively rude. Can't you see how disrespectful you're being?
Stop talking, you impoverished loser. I won't tolerate this from you. We could have been friends perhaps more, but it's now too late for any of that. You'll never reach my level again.
What are you talking about?
I'm referring to the fact that you'll never afford an extravagant wedding like mine. You'll never reside in the luxurious condo building I inhabit. Moreover, you'll never possess such a costly wedding ring like mine. Your entire life is destined to be that of a pitiable loser. I'm not like other women, you know. I'm the winner. I'm the best.
I don't think I can continue talking to you like this, but if you want me to leave, fine, I'll gladly do that.
Fine. Leave now. Nobody wants you here anyway. The only person who will become rich and never have to work again is me. I'm the best.
Except that you're aware that your husband is apologizing to me, right?
What in the world are you talking about, loser?
Well, your fantastic winning husband is here, on his knees, asking for my forgiveness.
What the hell are you saying?
He's still in his tuxedo right now. I haven't seen a man do anything like this in a tux. It's kind of attractive, actually.
Seriously, what are you talking about? And why would my husband be apologizing to you?
Because he feels the need to apologize for something you did. I don't see any reason why I should forgive you, though.
Are you out of your mind or something? Makes sense now.
I guess he's also very sorry because he disrupted my engagement and rushed off to get married himself.
Wait a second. I'm so confused here. I had just poured a little water on an unwanted loser. Why would my husband have to apologize to you for anything? Did he forget we're superior to you?
You're not grasping the gravity of the situation. This extends far beyond your foolish prank. So let me break it down for you. Your husband is the reason my engagement was called off, and that's why he's desperately pleading for forgiveness.
But how did that happen? I still don't understand.
As you may not know, Phelan and Keith went into business together. However, Keith made significant errors that led to substantial losses for the company. Rather than taking responsibility for his mistakes, he decided to embezzle the remaining company funds and ran off. Phelan felt humiliated and heartbroken. He said that he didn't deserve me. For that reason, our engagement was called off.
Hold on a second. Are you saying that my husband and your fiancé started a business together? This is the first time I'm hearing about this.
I didn't have too many details about what happened either. But Phelan mentioned his business partner's name, and I realized it matched your then fiancé's name. I thought it might have been a coincidence. But when Phelan showed me photos of them together, it became clear they were the same person. Anyway, I confronted Keith and he admitted to everything. Naturally, I reported it to the police. But don't worry. I understand you want to proceed with your wedding. So I've asked them not to intervene until after the vows have been exchanged. But I guess I won't be around to witness it since I'll be heading home. However, I wish both of you receive the consequences you deserve.
But you must be joking, right? You didn't actually do that, did you?
Well, especially after you drenched me with water. Keith came rushing after me. He pleaded with me not to involve the police. He heard about what you did to me, and that's why he's here, begging on his knees for mercy.
This can't be happening. Keith can't be treating you like that. My husband would never do such a thing.
Well, I'm afraid he is. Of course, the whole situation was exacerbated by the way you mistreated me. But anyway, the police have already been notified, so it's too late to change anything now.
Oh, come on! You don't have to do this.
I would be less concerned about that and more focused on wrapping up your wedding before the police arrive.
Myra, I can't thank you enough. I'm amazed you managed to locate Keith. You can't imagine how much stress you just alleviated for me.
Well, to be honest, it was mostly luck. Anyway, I'm just relieved we found him. By the way, how are you doing? Have you been following my advice and taking care of yourself?
Absolutely. No need to worry. I've been relying on the care package you sent, and I feel like a completely new person now. Here's some good news, too. I'm thinking about reviving my company.
Really? Do you believe you can turn things around?
Yeah, I know that I basically lost all of my clients. However, now that exodus has stopped, and I'm left with the ones that really believe in me. They understood my situation and promised to recommend my business to their associates. Plus, I've started receiving calls from new people interested in working with me. With this, I believe I have enough funding to continue my project.
Phelan, that's incredible. Congratulations on that. I always had faith that things would work out for you.
It's not just me. I've learned a lot about business from my parents since childhood. I feel fortunate to be born into my family, not just because of the privileges, but also because I understand the risks of running a business. By the way, there's one more thing I hope to set right now, and that involves you.
Me? What do you mean by that?
I mean that after Keith stole my money, I told you that I couldn't marry you. However, this entire experience has made me realize how much I truly need you. Now that Keith is caught, I want to propose again. Myra, will you marry me? If you say yes, I promise to hold on to you steadfastly and do everything in my power to ensure your happiness.
Phelan, I love to say yes, but I know you and your business too well. Perhaps it's best for you to focus on your company first. While things may be looking up now, it's crucial to ensure they stay that way. Once you've accomplished that, we can reconsider the idea of marriage.
You're absolutely right. It's important to get things right this time. Thank you for understanding, Myra.
You're so welcome. Please let me know if you need more assistance, okay?
Sure I will.
Myra, this is entirely on you. The police have taken Keith into custody, and I never knew about his shady past activities.
It turns out Phelan wasn't his first victim. He had a history of scamming people out of their money. Surprisingly, he had managed to evade capture until now. But no one had ever managed to catch him until now.
Just so you're aware, I filed for divorce. Keith is no longer my husband.
Oh no, does that mean your marriage wasn't working out? I thought you had found the perfect man.
I thought so too. But he turned out to be nothing more than a scammer. He would have done the same to me.
I suppose that means that, like the rest of us, you're a loser if you don't have a husband like Keith. Particularly after he was taken into custody a few days after you two got married. Perhaps it's a lesson not to look down on others based on who you're marrying.
What? How can you speak to me like this? I thought we were friends. Why are you being so harsh?
Is that meant to be some kind of joke? You and that person who told me I was on the same level as you and that you didn't want to be my friend anymore. You insulted me the moment you discovered I wasn't marrying someone wealthy like you. Then you invite me to your wedding, only to publicly embarrass me and attempt to kick me out. You should know I could have reported you to the police for what you did. That's a form of violence.
So, you're saying you would call the cops on me just for a little prank with water?
I could still do it if you'd like to join your husband in jail.
No, please don't. I don't want to go to jail. I could not last a day there.
Well, if you don't want that, maybe it's time to check your ego and just never talk to me again.
Wait, Myra!
Keith faced legal consequences for his multiple fraudulent activities and was ultimately incarcerated. I heard that Leslie was initially considered a suspect, but she was exonerated when the police realized she had no involvement. Keith refused to sign the divorce papers. Concerned about potential schemes involving her bank account, Leslie withdrew all her funds and relocated to a different state. Despite being in jail, Keith's presence continued to unsettle her. She had to move whenever someone from her past discovered her whereabouts. As for Phelan and me, it took a while, but Phelan's business eventually flourished into the success we always anticipated. The day he took the company public coincided with his proposal to me. I accepted, and we are scheduled to get married next month. However, being married didn't turn me into an elitist monster like Leslie. I still spent time with old friends from high school, and we all discussed Leslie's tough situation. I'm relieved that the situation seems to have resolved itself smoothly. Having Phelan by my side, someone like me now assists in vetting potential business partners. And I intend to keep it that way.
Linda, good morning. I just heard you're going to Costa Rica. Is it true? I heard you were traveling with 3 other people from around here. How long have you been gone? 3 days and 2 nights? I can go too, right? Add me to the list. I'll go with you.
Huh. Wait a minute, Luna. This is a bit of an uproar, isn't it?
But I want to go with you. I want to see Costa Rica.
Yes, but we've been planning this for a while. I don't know how to answer your request.
Just add me to the list.
Well, you know it won't be free. You will have to pay for your portion.
Huh?
You're telling me you want to come with us because you have the money to pay, right?
Of course. My husband is getting his quarterly bonus shortly. He will give me some money for this trip.
I got it. Well, I'll have to ask the others if they'll let you join us. If they say they don't mind, then I think you can come along. I will talk to them and give you the answer later.
Huh? Do you have to follow what others say?
We planned this trip together. I can't bring another person without asking them first.
Yes, I think you're right. But tell them I'm really excited about this, and I'll be heartbroken if they don't let me come. I don't know why I wasn't invited in the first place. It's only natural for me to join everyone. But between you and me, even if they say no, I still come to you.
Oh my God. The next day. Hi, Luna. Can I talk to you about my trip to Costa Rica?
Of course.
I talked to the others, and they said you could come, but
Great.
with a few conditions.
Condition?
1. You won't be late when we get to the airport. 2. While we're in Costa Rica, you must stay with us and not run away on your own. 3. You don't complain about what the team chooses to do or where we choose to go. It's the majority's decision, not yours. 4. You must pay for your portion of the bill.
All these things. What is this? You don't have to treat me like a child. I am an adult. You don't have to worry about anything. Besides, I can handle all of that. Why do you think I can't?
Can you really?
Of course. Why do you think otherwise?
Can't you think of any other times when you've been late or irresponsible?
Huh.
What about when you come to pick up your daughter from preschool? Teachers always say that you are 30 minutes to an hour late to pick up your daughter, even though you stay at home all day with nothing to do. It's too bad that now your husband or your mother-in-law has to pick up your daughter. And when the preschool tries to charge you for all the late arrivals, you refuse to pay them and cause a big problem.
That's because I paid all of the tuition. There shouldn't be any additional costs.
Is there a policy where you have to pay extra if you pick up your child late? It's preschool, not free babysitting. We have that policy specifically to avoid people trying to take advantage of them. Why do you think it's now your husband and mother-in-law who have to pick up your daughter? They say if you're late again, they'll make you take your daughter out of their kindergarten.
Oh, whatever. So I was late a few times.
Seeing that he didn't go to work, I also didn't intend to ask why you didn't pick up your children on time. But what I'm saying is that you tend to be late.
But that is completely different. I'm looking forward to going to Costa Rica. I won't be late for that. You don't have to worry about anything.
And remember, this is a group holiday. We will go sightseeing and do everything together. Tours! And everything will be booked in advance. That means you have to stay with the group. Otherwise, you'll still have to pay for your share even if you don't participate. Flight tickets will be placed on the same credit card so I can get the mileage, but you have to pay me back. As this trip is so short, we can't buy an all-inclusive package, so you'll also have to pay for everything separately while you're there. That means your hotel room too.
Okay. Do not worry. I'll have my husband drop me off at your place in the morning when we leave. That way I won't be late. And I promise I'll do whatever you want. It's not like I'm going to try to dump you or anything. What can I do without you? I don't speak Spanish, and I don't know anyone there. And my husband will get the bonus, so money is not an issue. I promise.
Can I trust you with that promise?
Of course.
I hope I don't regret this. Date of the trip.
Luna, we are all here waiting for you. I told you we were leaving at 6 and I told you to be here by 5:45.
Oh, I am sorry. I'm on my way there right now. I'll be there in about 15 to 20 minutes. Just wait a minute.
What? We haven't left yet and you broke your promise?
Do not worry. We have plenty of time to get to the airport. If we all leave 20 minutes from now, we'll still be at the airport on time.
Yes, if the highway is not congested. But now we have to hope we don't hit a car or we might have an accident. You said you were looking forward to this trip, but you couldn't even reach my house on time. I told you we were leaving at 6. I asked you to be here at 5:45, and now you're telling me you'll show up around 6:20?
I cannot do it. Things are really busy at my house this morning.
Whatever. Arguing about it won't change anything. Just get here as fast as you can. We will depart at 6:20 whether you are here or not. If you think you can't make it, ask your husband to drive you straight to the airport.
I'll be there in a little while. Relax.
In Costa Rica.
Luna, where did you go? We haven't even left the airport yet and you're already running. At least wait until we get to the hotel before you run off on your own.
Oh, sorry about that. I just happened to meet the hottest guy. He's tall, dark, and handsome.
Huh?
He even speaks English. I was afraid he only spoke Spanish, but it is not. I got caught up in a conversation with him. Sorry.
Oh my God. We haven't been here for 20 minutes. Try and control yourself.
Oh, what's the big deal? We were just talking. And anyway, my husband or kids weren't there to watch.
You shouldn't run after men just because your husband isn't here. That's not why any of us came on this vacation.
What? Really?
Just come back here. We have to go to the hotel and check in. Everyone is waiting for you.
Okay.
That night.
Hey, Luna. Is it okay if I go through your room?
Why? For what? I think we've agreed that everyone will relax alone tonight. Do you guys have any plans that I don't know about? We've been together since 6:30 this morning. Don't you think we should have some alone time now?
Not that. We've been so busy all day that we haven't had a chance to talk to you about this, but looks like you still haven't paid for your portion of the trip. You said your husband will get the bonus the day before the trip, so you will pay me the day we leave. But you haven't done it yet.
Oh, about that. I'm sorry. But the truth is, I have no money on me.
What?
Well, my husband's bonus this quarter is a lot less than I thought. So I can't pay you right now. I promise I'll pay you once the trip is over and we're back home. Honestly, I hope you can wait until he gets his next reward, if possible.
Luna, have you lost your mind? What you're thinking?
Huh.
Up until now, nothing has asked for any money as we put your flight tickets on the same credit card as everyone else's. But from tomorrow, we will go everywhere to visit and shop. Dining, shopping, sightseeing, and souvenirs. You will have to pay for all of that yourself. So why did you come here with no money?
I don't understand how you can purposely travel for 3 days and not bring any money. And if you have credit card access, that means you can pay our trip back. Ever heard of a cash advance? So don't give me any excuses.
But, Linda, I thought you would pay me everything while I was here.
What?
I have money to pay for this trip, so what should I do?
If that's the case, you shouldn't be on the trip in the first place.
The plane ticket has already been purchased, so I cannot return. Plus, that would be too embarrassing. I will pay you later. Speaking of money, I need you to give me some pocket money tomorrow morning. Otherwise, I won't be able to enjoy this trip. Oh, and make sure you give me $1. I'll convert it myself if I need to.
Luna, can't you hear what I say? You are too selfish.
Listen, I'm walking on the beach right now. Let's not talk about this now.
Why are you just telling me that now?
You should not waste the evening in your room. Walking on the beach at sunset is so romantic. I wonder what if I would meet someone special. Talk to you later.
Luna?
The next day. Luna, where are you? We're all downstairs waiting for you. You're still sleeping, aren't you?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you that I won't be joining you guys today. Have fun without me.
What?
You handsome guy I met at the airport who speaks English? I met him again when I was walking along the beach last night. That's Destiny.
What did you do?
You won't believe it, but he's in the same hotel as us. I will spend the day with him, so enjoy the tour without me.
What are you talking about?
He told me he would pay everything for me today. Spending the day with him is much more fun than spending the day with you guys.
Luna, what's wrong with you? You are married and you have a daughter. What are you thinking when you spend the day with another man? Just because you're in another country doesn't mean you can cheat on your husband. I'm going to your room now. I will put an end to this.
You can try, but I'm not in my room. I spent the night with him in his room.
What? What?
He's holding me in his arms right now.
Luna! Luna!
I don't want you to bother us, so I won't tell you his room number.
I can't believe you can do that.
Don't act like it's a big deal. Look, I'll see you guys tomorrow before we go to the airport. Everything's gonna be all right. Enjoy the trip. I will stay in the arms of the handsome guy until then.
Whatever. I do not care anymore. I won't text you anymore. We will do everything according to plan. If you do not show up at the locations at the specified time, we will treat you as a no-show. And if you're not there, that means you're alone. I won't take care of you anymore.
That sounds great. You should have done it in the first place. Goodbye.
Return date.
Hi, Linda. I'm in the hotel lobby. Where's everybody? I came early once.
Luna?
I need to return the key to you so you can check out for me. Otherwise, they will expect me to pay the bill.
Paying for your room?
Why are you surprised? I told you I have no money. With this hotel, you pay when you check out, right? That's why they keep your driver's license when you sign up, right? You can't get it back until you pay them, right? So you have to pay me. You promised to pay me everything while we were in Costa Rica, remember?
No, I didn't say that. And anyway, we're home.
Huh.
You said you would be traveling alone, so we asked the hotel to pay for your room separately from the rest. It seems natural since you are actually no longer a member of our group.
What? Wait, did you return home?
We got off the plane and went home.
What? What? How can it happen? The schedule says we'll meet in the hotel lobby at 5 o'clock. I arrived early.
Yes, 5A. Checkout time at a hotel is not afternoon. If you stay at the hotel, they will probably charge you for an extra day.
Huh?
Let's take a closer look at the schedule I gave you. It said we would take our flight home early in the morning because it was much cheaper. I guess you didn't read it, did you?
What? What? If that's the case, you must have noticed that I wasn't there when you arrived at the meeting point in the morning. Why didn't you text me or come to my room to wake me up?
I already told you why. I said I won't text you anymore. And I told you that if you don't show up at the locations at the specified times, we will treat you as if you weren't with us. We assume you're already with your new man, and he'll pay your hotel bill and help you get home. Don't try to blame me for your current situation.
But, Linda, you know I have no money on me.
I recommend pulling out your credit card.
I
I asked your husband about it. He says he doesn't want you to carry cash in case it gets lost or stolen. But he said you have a credit card. Pay for your room and fare with your credit card.
about that. I didn't tell my husband, but I used up my credit card to buy new clothes and accessories for this trip. I have no way to pay for anything.
Well, that's not my problem. If you need help, call your husband.
Ah.
I can't believe you think you can travel to Costa Rica and not pay a dime.
Linda, please. I will pay you as soon as I can get back home.
I've heard that before. I am no longer related to you. Like I said before, if you want to help, try asking your husband.
Oh my God.
Oh, talk about your husband. He comes to the airport to pick you up when we land.
What? What?
Looks like he can read schedules much better than you. Anyway, he seemed pretty angry that you weren't there with us. And when he asked us why you weren't there, we told him exactly why.
What's the reason?
That you are too busy in the arms of a handsome man instead of sticking to our schedule. I told him everything you told me. I also showed him the message you sent me.
What did you do? Why? Why would you do that to me?
After that, then Luna came home 3 days later than expected. I suppose the first thing she did was come over to my house and start berating me. But not so. It's completely opposite. When she finally returned home, she was scolded by many people. Because her credit card has expired and their bank account is empty, her husband is unable to help her in this situation. Finally, she called her parents and asked them to give her some money to pay the bills and go home. Things might not have been so bad if Luna's husband hadn't called them and told them she was in Costa Rica with another man. Angry that they had to bail her out of her situation and upset that she cheated on her husband and daughter, her parents never spoke to her again after that. After some time, Luna and her husband got divorced and custody of the children went to her husband. Her husband had suspected her of being unfaithful over the past few years. In the end, Luna received absolutely nothing in the divorce, and on top of that still had to pay child support for her husband. She had to move to a small, shabby apartment and get a job cleaning public restrooms just to make ends meet. It's been a while since anyone around here has seen or heard from her. But if you've ever seen a woman crying while cleaning a public restroom, it's probably Luna.
Hey, Olivia, is it true that your boyfriend is a doctor? Some of the other workers were talking about it today.
Selena, did you hear about that from them, right?
I knew it was true then. What's with this gossip? I love talking about other people's love lives. So next time you share, make sure to include me. You weren't trying to keep this from me, were you?
Well, no, but not everyone in the whole company needs to know about this.
Oh, why not, though? You have a doctor boyfriend now, securing your future. You should be bragging around the office about that, right?
Well, he's an amazing guy, but not one to brag about here. He's not that kind of guy.
What the heck? Are you trying to be a modest woman now? If I were you, I'd be bragging all over the place. So, where did you two meet?
He's a friend of one of my college friends. They introduced me to him.
What do you mean by that? I should have guessed you had someone pave the way for you. But seriously, I don't have anyone in my circle who could connect me with a doctor up for dating. Everyone around me is not at my level.
Well, not many people have doctor friends so intimately. If you keep thinking everyone's beneath you, you might miss the right guy for you, you know.
What the heck? Are you pulling a mom move? Dishing out advice like that? Well, congrats, you've got yourself a doctor, Beau. Feeling a bit superior now, so of course you drop some wisdom.
I'm not trying to act superior or anything. I'm just suggesting giving more respect to those in your group. If you do that instead of labeling them as beneath you, you might up your chances of finding a date. Seems like you're the one putting on airs here.
What? There's no way. I know the deal is you need fantastic people around you to introduce you to even more fantastic people, right? And since I need someone fantastic to show me around, can you introduce me to your boyfriend?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, exactly what I said. Introduce me to your boyfriend. Then he can hook me up with one of his single doctor pals.
Oh, that's what you mean.
What? Did you start sweating there for a second? Were you afraid I might swipe your boyfriend? Cut it out, please. I'd never pull a move like that on anyone.
That doesn't sound very authentic, though.
Does this mean you're referring to Caddy? Well, about that, her boyfriend just happened to fall for me. I'd do anything to snatch him away.
Is that so? I'm sorry, but I'm not fully buying that yet. Anyway, it's done, so I won't inquire further.
Regardless, introduce me to your boyfriend, okay? I've got a ticking clock before the marriage deadline, you know.
Hold on, though. What happened between you and Kathy's ex? Weren't you two dating?
That's in the past now. He wasn't earning as much as many others. I just couldn't see him going anywhere in life. So I'm looking for someone more promising to latch onto.
Seriously? That's not okay, Selena. After taking her boyfriend, you just dropped him after a few months. And now you're talking about jumping onto someone else? Don't you realize the harm you've caused?
Why are you interrogating me? Wait, was she some kind of friend to you? Well, I'll tell you, I didn't have any ill intentions. Love is the most powerful emotion in this world, right? If she wanted to keep him, maybe she should have shown more love.
I'm not implying that. What you did to someone like her was not okay. I feel bad that you didn't even stick with her ex.
You're a bit intense, Olivia. You're a bit frightening, too. If you keep dissecting other situations, you'll age quickly. Those wrinkles on your face won't disappear soon. So be cautious.
Whatever. Either way, I'm not introducing my boyfriend to you. Try your best to find an accomplished man who's interested in you.
Well, if that's what you say. Fine. I'm determined to find my high-level man.
1 week later.
Olivia, are you okay? Nothing else has been troubling you, right? By this point, you could consider involving the police.
Katty, you've been looking out for me? Thank you. But you know, I'm feeling a lot better now. He's eased up recently, so I can start to relax again.
Is that so? Thank goodness. But don't underestimate what he might still do. You've already started gearing up to move into your man's place, right?
Yeah, I've got everything packed. I actually plan to move to his place tomorrow.
That fast, huh? Good. If you need any assistance, just give me a shout. I have plenty of time, so I can be there any time. Like tomorrow, I can swing by right after work to help out.
Thank you. If I need anything, I'll be sure to ask. And when I do, make sure you're around.
Sure thing.
By the way, while we're talking, there's something else I should mention. A few days ago, Selena was at the bus stop where I usually get off.
Why is she hanging around your bus stop now? Please don't tell me she's really that desperate to get your boyfriend.
Well, it seems like that's what she's up to.
But how does she even know about your boyfriend? I thought everyone was keeping it a secret from her.
Apparently, about a week ago, she overheard a conversation between a couple of other workers. She managed to catch wind of something about him.
Wait a minute. What? What in the world is her problem? Doesn't she have anything else going on in her life besides snatching people's boyfriends? She needs to learn to find a man on her own instead of trying to steal ours.
Absolutely. And you know what she said to me back then? She claimed that love is the most potent emotion in the world. Funny, considering she doesn't seem to experience it herself.
What does she even know about love? She's probably never genuinely loved someone in her life, that thieving troublemaker.
Exactly. But at least after what she did to you, you found yourself a better man and are content, right?
Absolutely. I'm thrilled with my new boyfriend. That's why I couldn't care less about Selena or my messed up ex. But hearing that she's still trying to steal other people's boyfriends just rekindles the anger in me.
I get it. But, truthfully, your ex is also fortunate because after Selena took him from you, she ended up leaving him as well.
What on earth? I cannot believe this. Well, thank goodness for that. I'm sure in my case, he wasn't truly into her anyway. It was more like he was just bored with me and wanted something different. That's the way many men are, and that's why they are so easily swayed by that troublemaker. Maybe I should actually thank Selena for removing that guy from my life.
Exactly. Any man who can be easily taken away is too risky to keep around. That might be why Selena has been successful in her game, because many men are willing to jump ship for her out of boredom. The crazy part is that it seems like she does it out of jealousy rather than genuine love.
Well, she's just that type of clueless girl. If she keeps up with that game, she'll never find true happiness with any man she's with.
Those men she manages to steal end up regretting their choices. Here I am criticizing Selena and my ex like this. But you're absolutely right. Your ex, much like many other men, did seem like the type to fool around with other women.
Indeed, she even approached me to introduce her to my boyfriend. But would I ever consider doing that given her track record?
Who in their right mind would introduce their boyfriend to her? It's just her way of setting the stage to steal him from you, isn't it? Yet, I'm confident your boyfriend won't fall for her.
I highly doubt he would. He's encountered women like her who are solely interested in a man's wealth, and he holds no fondness for them.
Nowadays, there are numerous women like Selena attempting to exploit men for their financial gain.
Absolutely, they might appear charming, but everyone sees through their motives.
Selena truly seems the type to persist in stealing other men, because those with actual financial stability won't settle for her. And if they did, one wonders what the outcome might be.
Anyway, if anything between her and me unfolds again, I'll keep you informed. A few days later.
Olivia, were you planning on marrying your boyfriend? In simpler terms, are you engaged to him?
What are you talking about? Oh, you're right. He and I are engaged, but it's a recent development.
Is that so? Well, I genuinely apologize for what's transpired. I might have inadvertently taken another man again.
What are you really saying?
I've recently become engaged to the man you've been with. I seem to have once again taken a man from you older women at work. I sincerely apologize.
What are you even talking about, Selena? I really don't believe you've taken my man from me.
I understand the reluctance to face the harsh reality in front of you. Nevertheless, he and I are looking forward to a splendid wedding costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. I am overjoyed just thinking about it.
This isn't about me facing reality or not.
But this is the truth, so you'll have to accept it. Let me reiterate. I'm sorry, but I've taken your doctor boyfriend from you. Yet I appreciate that an older woman like you would concede him to me without any resistance.
Are you absolutely certain it's my boyfriend you've taken? And where did you first come across him?
I met him right in front of your house. Remember when we bumped into each other at the bus stop near your house and we both looked away?
Well, you seemed quite displeased to see me back then, Selena.
After that encounter, I thought I'd pay a visit to your house. So I followed you home.
So you're essentially admitting you're a stalker. Why didn't you just engage in conversation with me if you had something to say?
Well, I just didn't want to deal with you at this time. After trailing you to your house, I noted down where it was before heading home myself. I had other plans, so I couldn't do anything on that day.
This is a truly peculiar story. So you tracked me down to find my house and then recorded the address to return another time? That sounds like the behavior of a criminal.
Don't label me as something like that. But because I located your house, I met your boyfriend later. And I heard you two got into a fight. How dreadful. You kicked him out of the house and everything.
I don't ever recall anything like that with my boyfriend, though.
Well, he was just standing there in front of your house, pacing back and forth. So I went up to him and asked what had been happening. That's when he told me you got into a fight with him and kicked him out of the house. Right then and there, I picked him up and took him home with me.
I see what's going on now.
All I had to do was be a little kind to him, and he immediately came running after me. So now I'll be taking him as my boyfriend. Thank you so much for giving me your boyfriend and doctor.
And thank you very much as well. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, because that man was a complete bother to me.
Stop trying to act tough about this. I'm sure that you're shocked by all of this and are finding it hard to catch a breath. Sorry. A young and beautiful woman like me can never lose to an old hag like you.
No, I'm seriously grateful for what you've done. That man has been stalking me for months now.
What do you mean?
That guy has been tailing me everywhere for the past few months now. I had been trying to report him to the police, but I've had little evidence. And so I moved out of my old house and I'm living in my husband's home. Actually, it was the day of me moving into his house that he proposed to me.
Wait a second. What do you mean? I haven't ever been over to his house yet, but...
That guy you're with probably doesn't even have a job right now. And if he does, He's probably working minimum wage and stalks all kinds of women daily. I think me being a bit too nice to him before is what got him so interested in me. He was the cashier at a gas station I stopped at, and maybe he's a sucker for nice women.
You're lying, right? But he's a doctor.
Did he say that? Well, that's an obvious lie. Probably just said that to get you to fall in love with him. Telling you he works an amazing job. That was all too easy for him, right? Just like you'd done when you took Caddy's boyfriend from her. Well, good luck, because he's been a really persistent stalker with me.
This is all lies. You're just trying to get me all worked up now because you're a sore loser, right? Him and I have already handed in our marriage paperwork to the city office and everything now. And I was planning on becoming a housewife and already told the company I quit.
Wait, what? Sucks for you. Well, I'm sure you'll know very soon if I'm telling the truth or not.
Wait, if you're actually telling the truth, then I'm actually screwed, right? I've already started talking about having a wedding with him.
Well, it's your fault for thinking you can just steal other people's boyfriends like that. But you both like to stalk other people, so I think you'll be a great couple. Maybe try your best to save up whatever money the two of you can for that expensive wedding. I hope that a person like you gets whatever happiness is left for you after what you've done to people. After that, Olivia was able to distance herself a bit from Selina and had an amazing wedding with her husband. She was then able to leave her job and become a housewife. There she was able to begin the dream she had always been chasing after, never having to look back at the past that Selina had been trying so hard to keep her in. This time, Olivia really did dodge the worst bullet anyone could be hit by, and she did so without even getting a scratch in the end. As for Selina, she was not willing to marry the stalker anymore, as she began to learn very quickly that he was going to be more than just a burden on her shoulders. Before the wedding could even begin, he was saying creepy things to Selina that even for a girl like her, who had very few brain cells, began to really turn her off. So she ended up cancelling the wedding with him. However, she wasn't going to get away without paying the cancellation fee and ended up going into extreme debt with all the loans she had to take out. It wasn't just the cost of cancelling the wedding that she had to pay, as the stalker also asked that she pay him back for breaking their engagement promise with one another. If she didn't, he'd make sure she never got to see the end of things between them. So it's going to be a long time before Selina can pay off all the loans she's taken out, and I'm sure that'll keep her anchored in the hell she asked for.
Hello there, sweetie. How have you been since that night? I can't believe I neglected to acquire your phone number. Amanda here. An old friend eventually gave me your phone number. I was concerned that I wouldn't be able to reach you again.
What the heck? Amanda? Were you my childhood neighbor?
Yes, it is correct. We had been childhood pals. We talked about it a few weeks ago. The party was fantastic. We talked a lot and even had some beers. We were so engrossed in our conversation that we neglected to exchange phone numbers.
What? How long ago was it? I haven't attended a party in a long time. I've been far too preoccupied lately to do anything like that. I haven't seen you in at least 10 years. Remember when my parents divorced and I had to live with my mother? I haven't seen you in a long time.
What exactly do you mean? I saw you at the party and you took me home to have a wonderful time. Don't you remember?
What the hell?
I've been trying to figure out how to contact you again since the party.
I've never seen you or done anything with you. I believe you erred. No way.
Sure, keep joking around like that. It's adorable. There's no reason to feel ashamed. In any case, it was all voluntary. Remember that we have a date tomorrow. Remember how we scheduled it for tomorrow?
What? A date? No, what are you on about?
What? Why are you befuddled? You're the one who requested a date in the first place. Are you upset because someone gave me your phone number without your permission? You didn't intend for this to be a one-night stand, did you? Anyway, I couldn't stop myself. I quickly fell in love with you after seeing you again. I remember asking you for your phone number numerous times, but you were always playing hard to get. So I turned to an old acquaintance for help. You're not going to flee from me again, are you? You will be sorry if you do not keep your word about our date tomorrow. You don't want to mess with me.
No, I have no idea what you've been on about all this time. I haven't seen you in 10 years, and I didn't go to any parties. Is this some kind of joke? Are you playing a trick on me?
Guess what? Tomorrow I have a surprise for you.
A surprise?
Please look forward to it. I'm ecstatic. I'll tell you after dinner. I've planned our entire day out, so please wait till then.
Could you perhaps slow down a little? I have no idea what's going on.
I'm going to bed now and can't wait to see you again tomorrow. Good night, sweetheart.
Wait! Could you please respond first? What the hell is going on?
Why are you not returning my calls? I've been waiting for you for 3 hours. Are you sure you're not going to our date today?
I wanted to inform you over dinner that I was pregnant, but I guess I'll have to do it through sense. I wanted to discuss our future plans. We plan to start a family together soon. What kind of house should we live in, and where should we reside? What should we name our child, and when should we get married? Do you not want to discuss these issues with me? You are, after all, the father of this child. There are many people who wish to have a family one day, and you are going to become a father. Shouldn't we get married immediately away?
What's the matter with you?
You're going to have a child. Is this how you intend to treat your future wife? You're not exactly instilling confidence in me that you'll be a decent father or husband if you treat me like Wei. I have a feeling you want to end things. Are you serious? We're about to marry and have a child. You can't ignore me forever.
Speak to me. I'm going to be your future bride. I will never agree to end our relationship and keep texting you if you continue to ignore me.
Good day, Basil. It's been quite some time. You remember me, don't you?
Adonis! Hello! Of course, I remember you. 3 years have passed. We need to get together again.
3 years? I apologize for not getting back to you sooner.
Don't worry about it. We are both quite busy right now. It's difficult to make arrangements when we work and live far apart. So, how have you been?
Something strange is happening. Someone is playing a horrible prank on me. Things are also out of control, and I'm at a loss on what to do.
What precisely do you mean?
Do you recall the girl who lived next door to me in middle school? We all used to hang out with her, and she and I had a love-hate relationship, tease each other.
Yes, Amanda. I recall her clearly. You, myself, her, and other Adonis would spend a lot of time together. She recently relocated out of town. She mentioned wanting to be alone. She also went mad.
What do you mean insane? How so?
Since you left, she has changed dramatically. She's not the Amanda we used to know.
So what happened? What is the matter with her?
When it comes to males she likes, she has a problem. She becomes obsessed with them, and will go to any length to force them into a relationship. She will even tell outrageous lies and message them frequently. Because of it, our friendship was shattered. Rumors about her quickly spread while she was still living here. If you ever see her, keep a safe distance from her.
I see. It's too bad she turned out that way. After all, she was an old acquaintance.
Her first boyfriend, sadly, went through a lot with her. She exploited him, gaslighted him, and was envious of him. She would even make up lies in order to have control over his life. He still goes to therapy and is dealing with a lot of trauma after they split up.
Are you talking about yourself, Basil? You used to say things like that when something awful happened to you, and you didn't want other people to be concerned about it. I know you too well to understand how you speak.
You are correct. I apologize. I was one of her initial victims. She was envious and tried to control my life, even though she was the unfaithful one. She would become obsessed with other guys and stalk them. She would also constantly message them. She shattered my heart and destroyed our friendship. You understand what I mean?
I'm sorry I can't relate. I can't believe you two got together after I left.
That's okay. And yeah, weird, right? Anyway, I'm pleased you don't have to go through what I did. Nobody should have to deal with her.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Guy.
It's all okay. Anyway, is this prank you mentioned related to her?
That's pretty much it. Things started to make more sense once you told me about her. I was really perplexed earlier. I had absolutely no notion what she was on about. She's also been phoning and messaging me nonstop. It's eerie.
What exactly is she saying?
It's a lot to explain. She obtained my phone number from someone and began contacting me with bizarre messages.
What? No way!
Yeah, considering everything you've told me, I'm concerned about what will happen.
I can't believe she's messaged you. Yes, you must exercise caution with her. As I already stated, she had a bit of a reputation before she departed, so I'm not her only victim.
Yes, and when she contacts me, it's as if she's talking to herself. I believe I am her next target.
That appears to be the case.
She's been claiming that we met at a party, that I took her home, and that she's now pregnant. I'll email you screenshots of everything she said. It's too much to tell you.
Wait, what? Yes, please send them all. I looked through the screenshots you supplied me. This appears to be a serious problem. She has completely lost her mind.
Yes, I thought so as well.
Can you come to my house? We can hang out and decide what to do.
Sorry about that, man. I'm simply too far away, and I don't have the funds to travel at the moment.
That's all right. It's been quite difficult to get together over the last few years. Being a grown-up is a pain. I wish we could go back in time and hang around like we used to. We would spend hours playing video games, and all we had to worry about was schoolwork.
Yes, I agree. Work, home, sleep, and repeat. Now I must decide how to handle Amanda.
This entire issue is a mess. Do you have a girlfriend, or are you dating anyone?
No, I've been single. I haven't had much time to date recently.
I see. That is not a problem. At the very least, Amanda will not target them.
Yes, but it appears that you've gone through a lot. Thank you for informing me about Amanda and her recent events.
It's not a problem. Just be mindful of how you communicate with her. If you say the wrong thing, she can go insane and upset.
Don't worry about it. Something about the situation doesn't seem right. I don't believe she knows where I am. I believe I am safe.
Really? Still, exercise caution. She has her own way of doing things, and she can be rather frightening at times.
Okay, I'll think about it. Now I have to get going. Please contact me at any moment and I will respond. Hopefully, we can get together again soon. I miss spending time with you.
Okay, and so do I. It has been far too long. You can talk to me if you get into any further difficulties with Amanda. Please let me know what happens.
Yeah, of course. I'll talk to you later. 2 days later.
You have not responded to my email. It's unavoidable. I'll just have to find another way to catch your attention. I went ahead and made an online post about our marriage and how we are pregnant together. Everyone is now aware. Check it out. I went a step farther since I got a feeling you wanted to split up and have nothing to do with me. So, are you going to reconsider your decision now? I'm sure all of our friends and relatives are aware that you will soon become a parent. You need to start taking responsibility or this isn't going to end well. We're going to have a baby, therefore let's get married. You have no other option. Where should our wedding take place? I know exactly where I want to have it. You want to hear it? I'll notify you once you respond. I just want us to be married as soon as possible so that I may look thin in our wedding photos. My stomach will be too large for my dress if we don't hurry. Adonis, what are your thoughts?
It's truly terrifying how you can maintain a discussion with yourself. I wasn't even responding.
Oh, you finally responded to me. We're going to be husband and wife soon, so you really need to start communicating with me more. I'll give you one more opportunity. After all, you're about to marry me and become the father of our child.
Pay attention, Amanda. Right now I'm in Canada.
Wait, what? Canada?
After my parents divorced, my mother and I relocated to Canada. She remarried someone from the area. I even finished college and now live on my own. I even have my own residences. I don't think I reside anywhere near you right now. Your social media page indicates that you live in Washington.
Right now, I'm completely perplexed. Do you actually not live in Washington any longer? I heard you relocated to Washington after finishing middle school, so I did as well.
We lived there for about a year before returning to Canada. Anyway, you mentioned that we met again a few weeks ago at a party and that I drove you home. It couldn't have been me because I don't live anywhere near you. It's impossible. I haven't been to a party in years. To be honest, I'm living a somewhat dull life right now.
So, wait a second. I even yelled your name at the party and you responded. We also chatted about our childhoods. What you're saying is absurd. We hung out all night and you recognized me. It had to be you.
Please wait. You said my name and I recognized you. Could it be the other Adonis? Adonis Alexander? That is the only way this is feasible. Has he also relocated to Washington? It had to be him.
What?
Do you not recall him? Perhaps he was the one you met that night at the party, not me?
No, I don't understand. That night I slept with you.
As said previously, that couldn't be me. I am not a resident of Washington. It had to be Adonis Alexander.
No way did I confuse the two of you.
It's logical. He's the only other Adonis you've ever met. It's also been 10 years, and we all look a lot different than we did in middle school. Even though you guys spoke all night, we used to hang out all the time and have similar recollections.
What the heck? This is ridiculous.
I'm sorry, but if everything you're stating is true, it appears to be what happened. You've just confused us. If you're actually pregnant and you've hooked up, you should look up his phone number and start contacting him.
No, I couldn't have made such a blunder. Not him, but you were my aim.
Is that how you view it, Target? You should be more selective about who you hook up with next time. What you're doing is dangerous, and you should never target males and do this to them in the first place. Anyway, since it's not my child, could you please stop texting me?
No, I cannot accept it. You're deceiving me. My husband is supposed to be you, not him. This time I wanted you.
What is the matter with you?
You've changed so much. Just marry me instead of lying me.
No. Right now, I'm being absolutely serious with you. It was you who committed the error, not me. I've already explained why it couldn't be me.
Is this what occurs after all of my efforts to obtain you? I desired you.
You've seriously puzzled us. Is it true that you're pregnant? Or are you lying? Amanda, what's the matter with you?
No, not at all. I lied. I was gonna lie about being pregnant the night we hooked up, but now that I know it's not you, I'm furious.
This time, I really wanted you.
Why are you lying and acting in this manner? We used to be close. Anyway, could you please put a stop to this?
Sure, just give me Adonis Alexander's phone number. I'll have to go after him immediately.
No, I'm not going to condone your actions. Amanda, you require assistance. I can't talk to you any longer.
Wait!
I'm sorry, but I'm blocking you right now. I immediately informed Basil what transpired after my talk with Amanda. I told him that I felt sorry for Amanda. After all, she was an old acquaintance in need of assistance. We also decided to contact Adonis Alexander and inform him of the situation. After chatting in a group chat for a few days, we decided to schedule a meeting to discuss how we could assist Amanda. Basil had continued to follow Amanda on social media and knew where she lived, so we all flew to Washington and met at Adonis Alexander's house. Amanda received a message from us, and he persuaded her to come over. Amanda was stunned when she arrived at his residence and discovered the three of us there. We sat her down and talked about her behavior and how she needed to get assistance. Amanda was completely overwhelmed, and memories from the past were discussed and brought back. She sobbed and agreed to counseling. Amanda reverted to her former self after starting treatment and taking medicine. We all ended up becoming close friends again. In the end, I'm glad we were able to reconnect her with some old childhood pals.
You have to be at my wedding, even if you're fat, okay? I already made a reservation for everyone.
I'm gonna be there. Your wedding will take place soon, huh?
Good to hear that. It's your own fault that you got fat, okay?
You don't have to put it that way, all right? It's true I gained weight after getting pregnant. But I'm doing my best to lose weight.
So, you should be slim by my wedding.
Well, yeah. I wish I could be limber by then.
You wish. You're so weak-willed, that's why you can't, right? You just need to reduce the amount of calories you take.
That's not so simple as you say. I need to stay nourished as I'm raising my kid.
Hey, you're already giving it up. Such a shame. Don't show us your big body at my wedding, okay?
That's too much. Actually, I was wondering, are you gonna compare me with something again?
What? What are you talking about?
Don't act dumb. You've always been like that. You try to look good by degrading me.
What are you saying? Don't act like I'm a villain.
I don't mean it, but you like to mock me in front of people, right? At least that's how I see it.
Oh yeah. Only when I was trying to look good in front of someone I liked, all right? Can you stop making stuff up?
I'm sure you always do that, no matter who you're in front of. You always bring me to be the ugly one that boosts your ego.
Hey, what are you saying? Well, I can't deny the fact that you're kind of ugly. That's because I'm beautiful, right? What can I do about it?
Even if that's true, I always feel uncomfortable, okay?
You're just the way you are. If you hate it, why don't you be beautiful by plastic surgery? Even if you don't, can't you at least lose weight?
That's not the problem here.
So what? If you hate it, you just need to improve yourself, right? You can just become so beautiful that I can't mock you anymore, right?
I don't think that's how it works.
I understand you feel jealous about me. But you can't blame me for not being beautiful, okay? I thought you were my bestie.
I'm not blaming you, I just want you to stop that.
Stop what?
Like I said, I don't want you to mock me at your wedding.
I won't. Are you really concerned about that? It's my wedding. I'm the one who should be standing out, okay?
Now you're making me scared.
Hey, what's up with you? Aren't you being too paranoid? Did something happen after giving birth?
No, nothing. I just wanted to make sure. I want to be there to celebrate you too.
You don't have to be worried about that. You scared me.
Sorry about that.
You should be. Ah, I forgot to tell you.
What now?
You're my bestie, right? Can you give a speech at my wedding?
What? That's so sudden.
I remembered that I forgot to tell you. But you always like to write, right? Writing a speech should be easy for you.
That's not the problem.
Of course you'll accept it, right? I'm counting on you.
Well, okay. I'll get it ready.
Yay! I'm counting on you. So, I'm looking forward to seeing you there.
I'm feeling uneasy. But okay. See you then.
Thank you for the speech you gave. As I expected, it was fantastic.
Thanks. I feel so unpleasant today though.
What? Did something happen?
Can you stop acting dumb? Why did you get me a serving for two?
Why, you ask? I just wanted to make you happy. It's important to stay nourished, okay?
That's not what you intended, right?
Come on. Why don't you thank me? You can eat lots of good food, huh? I didn't ask you to pay for it, right?
Who would ask people to pay? That was completely unnecessary.
You know, because we're friends, right? I just wanted to treat you nicely.
Did you really have to say that in front of people? Standing out like that and saying we're still friends even though I got fat. What the hell was that for?
But that's exactly true, isn't it? A beautiful woman like me gets along with fat people. I couldn't unless I got a beautiful soul, okay?
How can you have a beautiful soul and still disrespect me like that?
What are you so angry about? Everyone was laughing, so that's fine. You made them happy.
Everyone was showing bitter smiles. You're gonna make me a laughingstock again.
I was just entertaining the guests. I just wanted you to make me feel even more beautiful. So don't be saying stuff like that.
I knew you were gonna do that.
I flattered you properly though, right?
Flattered me? Are you talking about my dress?
Yeah. Your lightly pink-colored dress. You looked just like a pig.
Wow. I didn't expect you to say that much.
Didn't I tell you to lose weight? If you'd have lost weight, that wouldn't have happened, right? You caused everything.
You're the only one that thinks of me like that.
Not only me, everyone does. I'm impressed how you showed up with a dress. Thank you for coming to my wedding though.
Your husband and parents are getting down on their knees.
What?
They called me here and are apologizing.
Hey! What's going on? What are they apologizing for?
Because you embarrassed me like that.
I just messed with you a little bit. They don't have anything to do with that.
They do. Your dad works for a publishing company, right?
Yeah, what about it?
I'm quite a popular writer. We often work together.
What?
I didn't know that I was working with your dad. So I was astonished.
No way, do you know him?
Yeah. He's more like a business partner now, I guess. I sell a lot of books. I could reject his offer if you want.
Hey, isn't that bad?
Considering your reaction, it is bad. Apparently, a lot of people are looking forward to my next book. They're really begging for mercy.
I don't care. You're not gonna reject the offer, right?
I do think you spoiled you.
Wait a sec. Who spoiled me? I just messed with you a little bit.
Don't you think that was a little bit? Words can be a weapon to hurt people's feelings.
I didn't mean to.
There are some lines you just don't cross. Looks like this is a lesson learned for you. Oh, and by the way, your husband cringed at you too.
What? Did he?
He said he didn't think you'd treat your friends like that. That's understandable because you didn't know your true self, I guess.
That's why he didn't talk to me earlier.
Yeah, so he said he's gonna break up with you.
What? We just held our wedding now. How's that possible?
He said he can't get married to someone that would treat others like that.
Wait, I'm sorry. I overdid it. If he breaks up with me, I'll be done.
Okay.
He was supposed to take care of me. I even quit my job. I don't want to go back to my parents' place.
Go back to their place? You think they're gonna let you go back and live with them?
Wait. What? Hold on. I didn't think that was going to be a big problem. I'll apologize, so please calm down.
You hurt me, yet you still don't understand that? You called me ugly, fat, and got me to eat a serving for two. On top of that, you called me a pig with a tight dress. I did a speech for you and everything. No wonder they don't want anything to do with you.
Like I said, I'm sorry. I just got a little carried away.
That's the problem here.
You may be right, but I've always been like this.
That's even worse. Didn't I tell you that's what I dislike about you? I thought I told you beforehand.
I thought it was gonna be funny.
Funny? For who? You're the only one that would find that funny.
It's not true.
So, have you checked Twitter and stuff?
Twitter? What do you mean?
Apparently some of my fans were there. And they shared my speech on it. It's getting buzzed already.
What? For real? Then good for you. You gain followers thanks to me, right?
Not only me, but also you.
What do you mean?
Your speech went viral too.
What?
Everyone's cracking down on you.
What? What the hell?
They said I was so generous that I gave a speech for someone like you. That's pretty funny, don't you think?
What the heck? Do you think you can upload the clip without permission?
They blurred your face at least. But I bet everyone in the state knows it's you.
No way. I'm too embarrassed to go outside anymore.
I thought you would find it funny. I'm sure these people have the same humor as you. You should hang out with them.
All right. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please, make up with me, okay? I don't want my husband and parents to abandon me.
Making up? What are you, a kid? I assume you still don't understand what you did wrong. You're a grown-up, so be remorseful and start everything over.
I am remorseful. So, please forgive me this time.
This time? I've forgiven you for many times, and this is the result, right? How hard you've been hurting people's feelings, this is what you need to understand. So, enjoy your lonely life. After that, her and her husband separated immediately. She cried and begged for mercy, but he told her that he couldn't be with her anymore. He even demanded compensation for what she'd done. Her parents disowned her and she has nowhere to return to. The video of her speech went viral, and everyone seemed to recognize her. So she moved to another state and started to work to pay for everything. On the other hand, the video worked out in my favor. She tried to degrade me to make her look better. Now she has nowhere to go. I guess she took things a little too far.